Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our second best of 3 of the evening. It is going to be between Space Soldiers and Imperial. One of these teams will be heading through to our semi-finals. The other will be eliminated. This is the first time we do see the Turkish side of Space Soldiers entering our screens in the StarSeries qualifiers, of course. One of the favorites. I don't think that's in any doubt whatsoever. However, both of the teams here, I think, could leave a mark. I think Imperial already have. And, well, looking forward to things. The thing is, it's like this sort of... Well, there's obviously two halves to the bracket. There's the half where we've already got Fragsters and Sprout already through. And then in the sort of lower half of it, you've got Space Soldiers potentially facing off against Optic. Or Imperial versus, well, probably Optic, let's be real. And I realistically think that whoever wins versus Optic in the next game is probably going to win the qualifier. I think that's the sort of most likely thing we'll see. Why is it Lithuania? Because 3 of the players are Lithuanian. That is a majority. The majority of the team are Lithuanian now. So, yeah, that is why we currently see Imperial with a Lithuanian flag. You could put a sort of European one on it if you really wanted to. I don't think it matters that much, but yeah, most of the players are now Lithuanian, so I suppose that's why they have done that. Either way, we are in to train. This is going to be our first map. Space Soldiers is a strong team. Yes, you are correct. Although you put a question mark, so I suppose you were technically asking me. Yes, they are a strong team. I expect that pretty much, for me, it should be them or Optic. They're the ones most expected to be taking this qualifier. Of course, we can briefly look at the veto just while we wait for this pistol to kick off. Of course, this is the map choice of Space Soldiers. Mirage will be the second. Dust 2 is the final. So, either way, this is the one that we expect Space Soldiers to win. It is going to be straight USPs in for the CT side. Engine will have himself a little bit of utility. I think this is the first official we've actually seen from Space Soldiers in just over a month. Looking to try and get themselves to the StarSeries LAN. And while not the best start, Hadji, the stand-in, already manages to find himself a couple of kills. He was very good in the game they played the other day. Calyx will be there to trade things back. No, Zontares teaming up with Calyx as well. And Paz to add another, leaving it all on to Nexa, who will be finished off as well. A good start for Imperial, but it will be Space Soldiers to take themselves the pistol round. Would you feel safe with 5k on Space Soldiers? I don't know. I think that's a lot of money. So, no, I would not feel safe. But I do think that they are the favorites here. I will say, though, Imperial are a very talented team. A team I'm a big fan of. And, well, the one thing where I think they get trumped is just tactical depth. I think if things begin to go wrong, that's where we could see Space Soldiers just run away with this one. But Mirage is definitely going to be an exciting match. Because it'll be the battle of Zontares versus Esperanto in that connector, which is basically my dream. Like, those two players are so good at playing around that position, so I'm very excited to see. And they both play it very aggressively as well, so we'll get a lot of exciting angels. But that's the second map. We're still in the first one. Pound. A bit like Stown, rhymes with down, and it's a very easy thing to do. Zontares is going to fall to the hands of Hadji. Esperanto, another one with the Deeg, looking for a little bit more, but the Mac Daddies will do their work and leave it all on to Nexa once again. Hitting some tags with the scout, but the fact is the T's are going to be there to shut him down early. Well, this round, not going to be too much. Okay, there we go. I was about to say I'm interested by the single HE, but they buy a second one onto Hadji as well. Still, I feel like, for me at least, I think you need 3. 3 is like the prime number of HEs that should do enough damage to actually kill a player. This at least leaves them low. Esperanto, always good for 1. We'll be able to use that P250 to good use. And from here on out, they can't really afford to lose any weapons. They don't want any AKs hitting the floor, that's for sure. When does Optic play? In an hour, I believe, and that will be on the second stream. So, CS or starladder_CS_EN2 if you would like to watch Optic face off against Euronics. But come on, like, it's Space Soldiers Imperial, like, and me, more importantly. Like, what's the choice you're gonna make? I'm not biased. Just don't leave me. Do you have a girlfriend? Yes. Do you like Nando's? Yes, but I think it's a bit overrated. Either way, Pound looking to at least try to do a little bit of damage here. Yeah, 3-0. Space Soldiers will be able to convert the round. There's going to be a pause called in. Fairly early. Ulf, I love you too. Do you play Fortnite? No. Not really. I played it like once or twice. I'm not really into Battle Royale games. I like Counter-Strike. What do you think is better than Nando's? Most things. Good Chinese takeaway. There's plenty of food that's better than Nando's. Are you hyped for some match? Yeah, it's a lot easier to be hyped for like certain matches, like, especially teams I enjoy watching. Like, I enjoy watching both of these teams. Imperial is a team that, for example, I've watched Esperanto's career for a long time because I started casting Lithuanian Counter-Strike, so he's a player I'm always very excited to watch. Pound is another one as well. Any game with Zontares in it, I've said it before, I'll say it again, there will be a round where he gets 4 kills. It will not make sense. You will not be able to know how he did it, but you will just be impressed. That is just Zontares. Calix as well, very talented individual, and I think Major just somehow manages to do sneaky things. So, do you know a team called Nexus? What, the one with the Romanian players, I believe? Haven't watched them in a long time. But, hey Castro, I love you. I love you too. Do you play a woman's heart? No. Where is Calix? He's DC'd by the looks of things. Maybe just sorting something out. Hopefully it won't be too long of a pause. Chips. Fish and chips is good. Do you think Space Soldiers is tier 1? I think they've been a team that's been on the brink of it for a while. It depends how you really work the tiers. That's the problem. But I think they need to be a lot, like, they need to be getting to these top events more regularly. I don't think they've ever been at a StarSeries. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'd love to see them at a StarSeries event. They just never really make it through the qualifiers. It's always very, very close. Brexit food. How is fish and chips? It's just British food. We ate it before Brexit. How do I find the Optic game? So you see the channel that you're currently on, CS_EN2. Or what? Oh, no, you're on the normal one. Normal one? Just add a 2 on the end. Like, literally just on the link. Love from Greece. Where are the mods? You probably scared them off. Does Brexit mean Brexit? Oh, like, I've moved to Ukraine. So I'm out of there. Well, Calix's ping slowly dropping down. Give me mod, Tom. Oh. That would involve me doing things. Do you think Fortnite's popularity is depressing? What I find depressing is when, like, certain people just jump on the game. Like, when I saw Logan Paul play that game, I was like, and now I don't want anything to do with it. My girlfriend is Ukrainian. That's actually the reason I moved here. Either way, enough of me waffling, enough about my life, my story, anything interesting about me. We're back into the game. We've got our players back in the server as well. We have the AWP onto Nuke here, so things are going to get a little bit more exciting. And more importantly, we've got a bit more of an even battle in the server at the moment. T-side. Looking for that upper B control. Major finds the opener, but it's Nexa playing that anchor role on the site to find himself a double back. Alex looking to try and trade, but he can't find anything. Nexa's just destroying them in this round. Looking for Zontaras. He'll find him as well. Is it the ace set up for Nexa? Engine will put down one. Even it's the dink. Come on, you have to feel like at that point he just deserves the ace because, well, that was impressive stuff. He gets 4 kills and a hefty assist onto Engine. A big round from Nexa coming in. It will be their first onto the board. And the T's, well, their money's a little bit dicey, but I imagine they will be buying back into this one. Not going to be the best of buys. Paz can actually drop an extra rifle, but decides to drop a deagle instead. Okay, he's gone for utility. I can rate that, and I would say that Zontaras and Calyx with deagles, although I would rather see them with AKs, they're still pretty mean with these guns, aren't they? Three to 1. See Nexa off to a flying start in the buy rounds. Esperanto looking for a little bit of aggression, as it seems like Ivy control is the aim of the game here. Casters do get paid alright. Well, as long as they don't undervalue themselves. I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of casters, is that they want to do... Most people who cast want to do the job so badly that they'll take a cut unnecessarily. Which is a shame. It's a shame. Who won? Fragsters Radio. Fragsters won it in the end. On this very map. Aggression out from Pound. Does a decent amount of damage. Zontaras now with an AK in hand. Gives it back to Major. He says, okay, I'm now a little bit low. You can have that rifle back. Cast, can you ban spammers? I feel like that might be a little bit counterintuitive, me banning people while trying to cast. I can read the chat, but actually, like, doing stuff, pff, that's a little bit much. I'm lazy. Bear that in mind. 25 seconds left on the clock. Space Soldiers need to make their move, and they're going to run straight into Pound. Both Deaglers hit the deck. Major will be there to trade one, but now he is all that remains. Esperanto with a double of his own, and Imperial will get themselves a second on the board. Now the T's left in a little bit of economic trouble. What do you think about Esperanto's future? Very bright. He's definitely one of those players who is very strong individually. Get bored of the same caster. I think they need to give Vince more opportunities. I think the guy is a brilliant caster. I think testament to the fact that one of the big DreamHack events they actually gave him, you've got that sort of highlight of Cold Zero and just excellent casting from him. Oh, Major burnt out of the corner as Haji will get himself another kill. I have to say, him standing in, he has looked very, very strong in this team. Paz will at least be able to add one, and Nuke so low on HP. Haji going to deny the front. Very good timing from him, and it will be 3-3 now. Imperial right back in, and somewhat in the driver's seat here, as the money will favor them going into the next few rounds. Yes, there will be an optic cast, but it's going to be on the second stream. So Starlighter_CS_EN2. Or if you just click at the top and just add 2 to the end, that will take you to the optic cast, which will be in, what, like 40 minutes time? I don't know what time it is now. Yeah, about 35 minutes or so. CT side going to have that all pin once again. Zontara is already going to be kicking things off. This time the opener does go the way of the T side. CTs do have backup cash, but not a huge amount. Alex looking to push in. Finds Pound, but he's actually going to get himself 2 kills, and UK with another. Leaves only 2 players remaining. Hadji up aggressive, catches one more, and Engine is all that remains of the Turkish side. 4 players left. And it's just not going to be happening. Imperial get themselves another round on the board. They have started strong on this CT side. Thank you, Arthur. I don't have anything to do with the stream. I just stream what I'm given. I have to say, I have been considering they've like changed players so regularly. Imperial have looked very strong. I think it is testament to how good some of the players they have. I can't see Alex's ping at the moment. I see it when you see it. He did leave the server and then came back and he was on about 70. T-side this round. Only going to be left with the Eagles. UK going to be ready and waiting. Paz looking to try and find that opener and hits a shot, but while the AWP does slightly more damage. The rest of the team still looking to try and push in towards that A site, but will be held out by the incendiary. Wow, nice work from Hadji to just close down those remaining players. As said, he's definitely looked like a solid stand-in for this team. 11-3 at the moment in the server. Remember the name Reaper will make my mark. You might have to compete with the guys on Overwatch. Lucas Moira will be good for us this season. I hope so. Do you think Imperial talk Lithuanian as well as English? Maybe if they get into like a 2v something situation where both players left are Lithuanian. I know that some teams do that, where they just switch languages if it's slightly easier to give calls. I wouldn't be overly surprised. Here we go, though. Next up. Well placed, and again, he's going to find the opener for his team. He really is looking like an absolute rock on this site. Going to take down one, but it will be Calyx through the smoke to finish him off and leave Pound and Hadji in an attempted retake. Bomb about to be planted just in the default position, but well, it's default for a reason. It is a pretty good spot. Hadji, 2 quick kills. Hadji just mowing them down at the moment. And while just when this started to come in, somebody said in the chat, do you think that Imperial are just going to sign Hadji? I think there's 2 things that come behind that. Number 1, if he continues to play like this, sure. But number 2, that's if somebody doesn't get there first. Because this guy, like, he went from what? He was playing in the academy team, then went into sort of playing alongside the guys in MV. He is real talent. 14-3. Facing off against a team of players that are renowned for their individual strength. And at the moment, he is clearly the best player in the server. T-side will have enough money to buy back in thanks to the bomb plant. It has been a streak of rounds now from Imperial. Calyx going for that aggressive peek. It will be Esperanto actually picking up the secondary AWP as well. A strong secondary AWP, that's for sure. Calyx will be there to find the opener. Looking like Zontara is just trying to bait them into a little bit of a peek. Hadji is not budging at all, just waiting patiently. has a big advantage in the majority of those duels. If they do come pushing down the ladder. 55 seconds left on the clock. Space Soldiers hoping that somebody will aggress and maybe over-rotate in this scenario. Here we go. Some nades being thrown out over towards this B site, baiting out the utility. Looks like they are going to double back in towards this Acer. Now, Hadji is ready and waiting here. Is going to spot out RS straight through, finds one, can't quite transition onto Engine, who will be there to trade. And actually, the remaining players of the CT side all rotated away. Nuclear going to be burning, pushes out through the flames, gets 2 quick kills. Major's make this possible for his team as Nexa chimes in as well and leaves it all onto Major, who somehow manages both. A ridiculous round. Neither side really dominant, but it will be Major to clutch things in the end, not the normal suspect. But it is Space Soldiers to get themselves a 4th. The problem is, with 6 rounds in a row for this CT side, they will have enough to comfortably purchase. And if the Ts lose this round, the reset is inevitable. 1200, 1250, the only money they have. Everybody else below 100. Either way. T-side. Important that they don't just fizzle out and lose this next round. Actually going to be waiting around the corner. Actually picking up the AWP himself this time. I'm looking to try and find some shots through the smoke, but as of yet, nothing coming about. Pop flash going to be coming in as Major is just around the corner. Pound looking for his 2nd kill of the round already. And the T's once again looking disjointed. They need somebody to bring them back into this round. Major's going to be the one to attempt it, but the pop flash is absolutely perfect, leaving a 3-man advantage now, although it almost goes down to 2. Hadji still ready and waiting with the AWP, a little bit wary of the aggression, but he's got support from his teammates. Engine now the only one left alive, and he's being tagged away. It looks like Imperial are not only going to return with a round, but the fact is they're going to return with a flawless one. Pound and Hadji doing all of the work at the moment. Hadji 17-4 in the first half, and there's still 4 rounds left. Or yeah, 12, 13, 14, 15. I can count. T's, well, this force buy. This pretty much proves how much money they had left in the bank. 2 MAC-10s, some CZs. It's not a pretty one. Yeah, quick maths. They're going to go pushing straight in towards Nexa, who has been good so far, but this time is going to fall, and a rifle can be picked up by the T side. It hasn't been yet. They've opted to take positions instead. Major actually going to be pushing through, and maybe this is one that the T's can actually opt to try and steal away. They've lost a lot of map control. That's the biggest problem. And Major seems to be the one to really save things at the moment for the T side, as he's found himself an important double. Nuclear going to be the only one left alive and doesn't have enough time. It is going to be Major with a triple kill in this round from absolutely nowhere. And it's 7-5, still in the favor of Imperial. But now they actually have a chance to do some real damage to the economy of Imperial for the last couple of rounds. Major currently top of the board, even going to be picking up the AWP here. Now it is sort of a bit of a mix of AWPing when it comes to this side. Alex normally on the CT side picking it up a little bit more. We've seen Engine AWP at times. In the past, at least. I think that's why there are some fans who call for Woxic to be added. Obviously, again, another very talented individual, so you can understand why it has been brought up in conversation quite a lot when it is talking about the Turkish side. Either way. You AWP too. Congratulations, Chaz. T-side. Heavy presence. Just above that pop dog spot. It looks like they may be about to hit it to B. They'll have the lurker of Calyx just in case they want to come in from behind. Already there's some limitations on either side here. It is going to be a truly massive round in terms the economic battle, and already Nuclear is going to be kicking things off. He's got 2. He has been looking good so far this game with the AWP. Even in the rounds that they've lost, he's been doing damage. Another will be added. 3 kills already for the Lithuanian AWPer. Flank looking to come in as well in the form of Hadji. Esperanto going to getting nice and close with the Deeg. Will just execute Paz at close range, leaving it all onto just 1. And while Imperial are going to bounce straight back onto the board, it will be 8-5. It'll be interesting to see how much money is actually there for Space Soldiers. The bomb plant will definitely help them out a bit. At 8-5, of course, this isn't the map choice of Imperial. The next map will be Mirage, their choice. And their hometown, pretty much. The map where they really have made their name. Winner of map 1 now. The odds swing into the favor of Imperial, though the Space Soldiers logo is missing. Man giggling with hand on chin. I think I remember that name. See Calyx, there he goes. Ping's not quite 150, but it's not great. 63. Hasn't been having the game of his life. But the more surprising one is Zontara is currently 5-12. As I said, he normally has those sort of big individual rounds. Hadji 19-5 though. That's a stand-in. This is a man who just came along for a little bit of fun. Do you like Nando's? Why is that the most commonly asked question? Yeah, it's alright. I'll eat it every once in a while, but I wouldn't say... Like, some people have genuinely said to me it's like a staple of the UK. Like, oh yeah, Nando's. It's like, it's alright. It's not like the most incredible thing. It's chicken. Thank you, Fallout. You agree with me with Nando's? I'm glad. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Do you like Space Soldiers? Yeah. Good team. Waiting for them to show up in this series at the moment. They are 8-5 down. They will invest into this round. A couple of AKs alongside some pistols. However, it is not going well. They're being absolutely decimated by the side of Imperial. In fact, they won't get a flag. They won't even get one. And in fact, this is where you see the sort of worst case scenario. Do you like Nando's? Yeah, it's nice. I'm just saying, like, it's not as good as people seem to say. But look, this is the worst case scenario. When you are looking at the CT side and you see 3 AKs and 2 AWPs, or 4 AKs and an AWP, you know that things are not going too well. I normally go for half a chicken with 2 regular sides. That is my go-to. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe that's what it is. There you go. You found out my Nando's order. 9-5 pistols, all that Space Soldiers have. Well, it is going to be a bit of utility alongside it. Got to get some wings. I'll do that next time just for you. T side are going to be looking to push in towards this A side. They've thrown a lot of utility. They faked out the rotations. Pound is going to be the only one on this site. He will spot out Calyx, and that is going to be the quick rotation back. The T's need to gain some ground, but Zontaras with the Deagle will kick himself off with one. He's quickly traded out, but the T's still doing work with these pistols. We'll leave it into a 3v3. Esperanto left with just 1 HP. Literally on his last legs. The stub of the toe could take him out of this round, and the CT side, well, 2 AWPs. Well, now just 2 AWPs. Really not in the best retake position at all. Nuke, he's been great so far. We'll find one. His brother in arms will find the second, and now it's left all onto Engine. Doesn't have any armor. Looking to just spam through. Can't quite hit the shots. He's done damage. He needs just one more bullet, and UK's just going to sit there. Deagle definitely not the best weapon to close things out. It will be Imperial to take things 10 and 5, and well, now the pistol round going to be a pretty important one. Am I going to the London Major? Yes. A pistol win could easily be enough for Space Soldiers to get right back into this game. I don't think it's done just yet. Obviously, it's Imperial win it. They are quite far behind. Then again, though, Space Soldiers are pretty competent at Mirage, so it's not like it would be over if this map did go the other way. But there's still a long, long way to go for Imperial. Yanko and Made in Brazil, I think, would be really good. I did not say that I'll be casting on the Major. Don't reply to you, I hate you. Okay. Hi. How are you feeling? I'm pretty good. The amount of people are being timed out in the next like every secondary is crazy. Where's your favorite caster? Probably Henry G. Thanks for Vicious. Love you too. You live in West London but can't go. Who do you think will win the Major? Probably Astralis, but I'd like it to be Na'Vi. Thanks, Vidbar. I do not play in an esports team, no. I am feeling very thank you. Why do you live in Ukraine? Because of my girlfriend. Favorite CSGO player? I've always liked Shocks. But I am a big fan of Esperanto as well. He's a beast. If you could change anything about Counter-Strike, what would you change? Oh. I want to make the R8 better. There you go. I haven't casted too many. Either way, we are into our pistol round. An important one for either side. Do you like big? Of course, they got a UK player. You have been noticed, Abyss. There you go. Either way. T side looking like they're going to try and split in towards the side. Much more passive hold from the CT side. It will allow for quicker rotations back through the connector, but in all honesty, doesn't look like it's going so well so far. They'll still have 3 players over towards A. Push going to be coming back in. Zontaras will be able to find one. Actually, a second for him as well. Still looking to survive on the site, but he will fall and leave it all onto Major. And he doesn't last long either. Imperial are going to take themselves a pistol. Well, now it does look bleak. Expect a force buy here from Space Soldiers. Some Deagles. Zontaras straight in with a Deagon and HE. Did make himself a little bit of extra cash. And Imperial. Well, we've seen every team today. There haven't been many gambles when it comes to this T-side pistol victory. It's pretty much straight in with those AKs. Not wanting to risk the second rounds at all. It's much more understandable for Imperial. Haji, UK combined to find a few openers. And in fact, it's one apiece so far for the T-side. Haji really is on fire, I agree. Playing very, very well indeed. closer. Takes the fight versus Engine. It's a messy one, but he still comes out on top. Optic is going to be played on the second stream. So starladder_CS_EN2. So, yeah. Caster, give me a knife. No. Either way, Major wants to hold onto his P250. Was maybe hoping somebody would exit through his position. When is the Optic game? I believe in 15 minutes or so. Second map is going to be Mirage. Turn off the sound and make pew-pew sounds. I did that through necessity. Can you shout out my name? Shizoxqua. Wow, that is a complicated one to say. Canals is an awful map. It's atrocious. Either way, just going to be some basic pistols. A P250 obviously kept into the hands of Major. Oh, Badgie. Getting a little bit toasty. Hadji even trying to shoot his feet. But it is going to be another flawless round from Imperial. Very well done in these anti-eco situations. They are absolutely dominating. Of course, the first official we've seen from Space Soldiers in about a month. Look like they may have come into this one a little bit rusty, that's for sure. But you can't take away anything from Imperial. Hadji currently 24-7 and every single player in double digits. Where are you from in the UK? Around, I live quite near Stratford. Normally the best way to explain it. Post my Twitter, you can type !caster, it'll take you there. Here we go, though. Bye will be in for Space Soldiers. They need to get themselves back on the board very quickly indeed. T's playing a slow default in this one. CT's going to gamble a second player in towards the B side, maybe a little bit skeptical. And we do actually have Hadji boosted up, which will just look over the top of the trains. Favorite event I've ever casted? Belo Horizonte. The Brazilian fans were insane. Thank you, Shankar. I appreciate it. Here we go. T side slowly rotating themselves back towards B. As said, there's a couple of players here already, and I wonder if they make any noise. Will it be heard by Paz? I think he has got some information here, so... Ready. The T's now looking to execute onto the site. Ready and waiting for Mizuntar an Engine who quickly found a couple of kills. Make that a third shutdown already. Not a single frag going the way of Imperial as the Turkish are right back in. Exactly what they needed as well. Win it as flawlessly as possible. Make sure none of your players are going down. Pound, if anything, if he can just pick up an AK, he would be flawlessly buying into the next round. They're not going to have too much trouble in terms of money anyway. In fact, they've got plenty of it. A couple of clean rounds does that for you. Thank you, Muzzle Break. Yeah, I'm 24 for the next, well, 2 hours and 9 minutes, and then I'm 24 in one day. Either way, purchasing for both sides. Full utility for the T's. They even have themselves the AWP in onto Nuke, who was very good in the first half. CT side with a much heavier gamble over towards this A site in this round. Haji is going to execute Paz as he tries to aggress. It will be the first kill going the way of the T side, and it means that there's going to have to be some sort of change back. Five seconds left. Major looking for some aggression. He will be able to find the kill. Drops the bomb into the open, but is left completely blind, and Esperanto will be there to trade. We're yet to see that crucial round from Xantares. It always seems to be coming, but not this round. And while the T's quickly bounce back, a reset inevitably coming in. But, well, even with the amount of players they kept alive, it's still not enough. Space Soldiers may just have to take the hit here and go for a buy in the map point scenario. Either way, they'll have to streak so many together, and you can kind of understand why they forced here. They don't want to let their opponents get to map point. But either way, it just means that if they lose this one, they are going to have themselves a dicey buy into the next one. Aggressive push from Nuke, looking for the opener, but he will be baited out for the shot, and the CTs are able to gain a little bit of ground. Paz on the electric box. Up close with that CZ, where it is most effective. T's, though, Imperial have been excellent so far. Utility not even going to quite reach him. Flashbang is good, though. However, Esperanto still gets away with the kill. Calyx looking to try and find the trade, but the AWP is there, and Esperanto surviving on minimal HP. I think that's the second nade that's actually hit off the top of the roof and bounced backwards. Either one would have been enough to kill him. Now the T's actually look for their execution, though, and, well, with a little bit of bait from Haji, they've rotated the second player over towards B. Haji still manages to find the open, and the second as well. This round is done. Major needs to find all 5 kills. There's a couple of low players, but he won't even manage the second. 15 and 6, Imperial absolutely dominating the Turks at this point. Now they have to try and fight it back with pistols once more. Plenty of money for Imperial. Even if they lose this and probably the next round, they'll have a bye. And that's if. They've only lost 6 rounds total so far. Either way, let's see what they can do with that CZ's trusty Deagle. Xantares looking to try and find the opener. Definitely hasn't had the game of his life, that's for sure. He will be able to find one at least. Molotov forces him a little bit back. Nuke trades. Nexer adds another. This is just falling apart. It's left all onto Major. Doesn't really have a hope in hell. He's trying to flank him from behind, but it looks like this map is done. Unless he can perform some sort of miracle, and Nexer knows he's there. That will be map 1 going the way of Imperial as they go on to their map choice and their home ground of Mirage. Either way, if you have enjoyed the cast, don't forget, type !caster. Follow me on Twitter. It is my birthday, you know, be nice. And we'll be back after the break where we are going to have that second map of Mirage.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.